Chapter 17. New Members for the Gang. On the very night that Nancy visited Rose, Noah Claypole and Charlotte set out on the road back to London. They carried on their backs whatever belongings they could manage. After traveling along the main road for a while, they turned off into narrow streets so they could follow their trail. "I'm so tired," complained Charlotte. "When will we get there?" "Don't whine, Charlotte. If it weren't for me, you never would have escaped from that place. You took the money from Sourberry's till, didn't you?" "I took it for you, dear Noah." "Well, I'm letting you hold it, aren't I?" said Noah. In fact, Noah had planned for her to hold it, so if they were caught, she would go to jail and he would go free. "Here's the Three Cripples," said Noah. "I heard that's a good tavern." He took the heavy bundle off Charlotte's back and carried it himself to make a better impression when they walked in. Seated at the bar was an old man who the bartender called Fagin. Noah and Charlotte sat down at a table in a small back room and ordered some beer and cold meat. "Look, we got visitors from the country," said Barney, the bartender, letting Fagin look through a small opening between the two rooms. "I'm interested in those people," said Fagin. "Look how the girl obeys the man. He knows how to train him. Don't make any noise. I want to hear what they're saying." "So I mean, to live like a gentleman," Noah was telling Charlotte. "No more coffin making, and you should live like a lady." "That sounds fine, Noah, but it's not every day that we can empty tills and get away with it. There's other things besides tills that can be emptied. People's pockets, houses, mail coaches, banks. You can't do that all by yourself, Noah." "Well, I mean to get in with some gang that does that sort of thing. You'd be helpful too, Charlotte. You're a clever woman." That was all Fagin needed to hear. He entered the room, bowed to the couple, and sat down at the nearest table. He took a long drink from a mug Barty had set before him and whispered in Noah's direction. "One has to empty a lot of tills to eat and drink like this all the time." Noah froze and turned pale. "Don't worry," added Fagin with a laugh. "I'm the only one that heard you talking. You're lucky that it was only me." "Well, she took the money, not me." "Doesn't matter who took it. I'm that way myself, and I've taken a fancy to you and the young woman. All the people at the Cripples are the same kind of business as I am. You're in a perfectly safe place. In fact, if you want to join us, I can recommend you. We don't usually take country people, but we need some helpers. Want part of the business? What part of the business are you interested in?" "Would I have to hand over our money if we wanted to join?" asked Noah. "That's the only way," replied Fagin. "You couldn't spend it anyway. The police and the bank probably have the numbers on the bills. We'd have to send them out of the country." "Well, what are your wages?" Noah asked. "Live like a gentleman. Board and lodging, pipes and spirits free. Half of all you earn and half of all the young woman earns," replied Fagin. "I'd like to start with something very easy," said Noah. "Not too dangerous." "How about spying on some people?" "That's okay, but it wouldn't pay by itself." "How about the old ladies then? You can snatch their pocketbooks and parcels and run right around the corner." "The problem with that is they scream and scratch a good deal. Isn't there something else?" "I have it," cried Fagin, slapping Noah's knee. "The children. Their mothers always send them on errands with sixpence and shillings. All you have to do is grab the money from their hands, knock them down, and walk away." "That sounds perfect," cried Noah. "Now what time shall I come to meet your friends?" "Tomorrow at 10, said Fagin. "See you then."